Hey, thanks everybody for watching us again this week. We hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You know, if you are attentive to detail, you might think I only have one shirt since I wore this last time. But I don't pay a whole lot of attention. I think I probably have about 5 shirts that I just rotate through. Anyway, let's get on to business.
Yeah, we were actually talking to a friend the other day who said he felt a little depressed after watching some of our videos. He's thinking about selling his house and said, you know, after watching these videos, you've made me very depressed.
Yeah, we don't want to make anybody depressed, but we do want people to know the reality of what's going on. I think it's important that people have the information so they can be proactive instead of reactive to the market.
So all we're trying to do is educate our clients so that they can make wise decisions on whether or not they should sell their house or not.
Yeah, take for instance, if you knew then what you know now, in the last few years have values declined 20% in our area. A lot of people probably would have sold a couple years ago than trying to sell right now. A case in point, 2007, when the subprime market was just starting to crumble, we could see that there were problems on the horizon. Well, one of our neighbors asked us to do a market analysis on his house. He had another realtor or two come in and tell him the values of his home as well. And he was under the impression that his house was worth about $900,000. Our market analysis came in at $600,000. We felt very confident with that price. Well, here we are 3 years later. Just last month, he ended up selling that home for $325,000. That's about $300,000 less than what he could have if he had only priced it right from the beginning.
Yeah. Stories like that are why we do our best to give our clients the right information about pricing their house so that they can get ahead of the declining market.
Yeah, this market has really inspired us to really pay attention to market trends, economic conditions, and the threats that are looming in the future that are going to affect home values. You know, it's really important that you do price your home ahead of that curve so that you're able to save money.
Yeah, you know, no one has a crystal ball. We don't know the future, but we can have a pretty good idea of what the market's going to be like in the next few years. And if you're thinking about selling in the next few years, you might want to think about what your house might be worth in the next few years opposed to right now.
You know, there are 2 important factors in selling a home right now: proper exposure and proper pricing. You have to price your home in front of that curve in order to get it sold. You know, this market has created a tremendous buyer's market. And next week we're going to talk a little bit about that. How you can even be a seller and take advantage of the buyer's market and position yourself well. And how the interest rates affect that purchasing power. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that he wears a different shirt next week as well.
Thanks.